I wonder if Peter Obi has seen any of my videos. I just wonder. I wonder. Uh, I'd like to believe that he has seen the videos, He has heard the advice that I'm giving him. I'd like to believe that he has seen the videos. But considering that many of the things that I suggest that will help prevent him from being rigged out in 2027, many of those things I have not seen signs that they are being done. I have not seen the signs. And trust me, I'm looking for the signs that those things are being done. I have not seen them. So, considering that I have not seen those signs, I want to believe that he has not seen my videos. Although there's also another part of me that thinks, okay, maybe he has seen the videos. And I'm talking about Peter Obi now. Perhaps he has seen my videos, but chose to ignore them. Perhaps because he thinks that the ideas I'm bringing or the suggestions I'm making are not important enough. Maybe he just doesn't like my face. Some part of me want to suspect that, but I will ignore that part and just focus on the part where I think he has not seen this video because he's a very busy man. He's a billionaire who is running for president. Next cash and carry just opened in Abuja again, so a lot on his plate. So it's possible he has not seen these videos and heard these beautiful, wonderful ideas that I'm bringing and suggestions. It's possible he has not seen the videos. So I'm going to beg you, if you're watching this video and you're one of those that have the ears of Peter Obi, I will want to beg you, please share this video with him. Share this video with him. Tell him that there is a madman on the internet, on this channel, Refresh Nigeria, a madman that has these very, okay, let me not call them beautiful ideas. Maybe I'll call them strange ideas. For him, ideas that can help him get into Aso Rock as president of Nigeria in 2027. Just tell him, perhaps, considering that he takes advice from madmen, he might just look at the advice I'm giving again. Please share this video to him. And it is critical. I'm not going to stop saying these things. I'm not going to stop sharing these ideas and giving these advice. I'm not going to stop until I begin to see signs that Obi, Kwankwanso are doing the things that will prevent them from being rigged out in 2027. Because right now, they are not. And I'm emphatic in saying that they are not. Give Peter Obi this advice for me, please. 2027, he must not go the route of conventional campaign. Conventional campaign, traditional campaign will not help him, because traditional campaign does not have the two ingredients that can help him prevent rigging in 2027. It doesn't. Structure and message. Conventional campaigns do not have it. You know what does? You know what has the ingredients? These two ingredients? It's a structural campaign. Structural campaign. If Peter Obi and Rabiu Kwankwanso engages in traditional campaign against Tinubu in 2027, they are going to be rigged out again. Rigged out. Because you need very good structure and very clear message to stop rigging in 2027. And unfortunately, conventional campaigns do not have that. And right now, Peter Obi does not have that. I know for a fact that it doesn't. Now, do not get me wrong, because some of you who are itching and pushing for conventional campaign will not like hearing what I'm saying here on this video. I have been around support groups, around the obedience structure, around the Kwankwasia, around NDC. I've been around them close enough to know that the structure not there. The structure not there. Does Obi need the structure to win? No. He doesn't need the structure to win. He probably doesn't even need the messaging. Obi is a force of nature. Yeah. He has the popularity, he has the goodwill to win, even in the north, in the core north, which I think he doesn't need. But even in the core north, Obi has the goodwill, the popularity to win, right? But you see, where the structure and the messaging comes in is to prevent him from being rigged out. And if he goes the route of conventional campaign again for 2027 against Tinubu, against APC, without the structure, without the message, he's going to be rigged out again. He's going to be rigged out again. And I don't want him to be rigged out again. I don't want to be crying after the milk has been spilled. I don't want to come here and be doing all this sycophantic talk about, oh, my president is Peter Obi. Meanwhile, somebody else is signing the checks and making the decisions in House of Regular. No, they rigged it. No, we can stop them from rigging. Let's do what it needs to rig it. And I'm not talking about, oh, if you don't count the vote, we'll count them. No. Those are good rhetorics. They're good slogans for a sloganeering campaign. They are good. They have their place. But we will need much more than that for 2027. Much more. You see, one of the reasons, and there are a couple of reasons, why a conventional campaign will not help Peter Obi. There are a couple of them. Number one, conventional campaigns are expensive. They are very expensive. Conventional campaigns are slow and they are inefficient. They're expensive. I'm sure you know that you cannot beat Tinubu on that front in terms of financial resources. You can't. They are slow. And of course, you know, you just have a couple of months. And that's why people will tell you, oh, you just have a few months, 5 months to the next election. There's no time, there's no time. Because they are counting and they are seeing that the Obi Kwankwaso ticket and the NDC, they are looking at conventional campaign. It's slow. You need a lot of time for conventional campaign. And it's inefficient. You get very little assurances for so much effort. You can conduct a statewide campaign in one place. You set up your canopies or your stage, you bring sound system, you know, do music, decorate the place, and then you bring media people to come and cover you. All those things. Yeah. You do it, but what is the return on that investment? Very zero, very little to no guarantees, because there's no telling that the same people that will come to that campaign are people who will only come because they have been motivated for get it, one way or the other. And the same people will still go to the campaign of the next person. Some of them just want to come and see the popular person visiting their state. So, is it effective? It could be. But is it efficient? What is the guarantees on the return on investment? Very little. So, conventional campaign is inefficient. It's expensive. It is slow. Once you visit a particular state, all other states have to stand still till you now move to the next state. Then all other states. It is slow. The time between now and the next election is not enough for you to effectively use conventional campaign to pursue Tinubu out of Aso Rock. So conventional campaign is not going to work. You know what will work? Structural campaign. It is fast. Within 30 days, it is set up. It is cheap. Very cheap. Compared to conventional campaign, structural campaign, very cheap. It is fast because things are happening at the same time on a daily basis, and it gives you the advantage of a structure and a message. And it's efficient. The people you get are your people. You're actually pulling together a structure of Nigerians that will help you defend your victory at the polls, because you are attending to two key things in their lives. In fact, Abraham Maslow, in his theory of hierarchy of needs, propounded that the basic needs of all human beings, physiological needs, on top of that you have family and belonging. So you see, a structural campaign will give you those two, and once you have those two, you reach the vast majority of Nigerians, those with the real PVCs and the appetite to vote. By the time you start going up to actualization and all that, it is the extreme reach, and those people, they don't have motivation, no, they don't have appetite to vote. What those ones do is they will put money on you, they will put money on your opponent. Whoever wins is their friend. But you see, the people with the real appetite to vote, they're the people at the bottom rung of the ladder. Physiological needs, belonging. And a structural campaign gives you that. Fast, cheap, efficient. And I'm not seeing signs that you're doing any of them. Like I said, I've been around the support groups. I've seen quite a bit. And I'm not seeing any signs that you have these two things that will get you through. And I'm not talking about sloganeering. Oh, if you don't count the vote, we'll count the guy. Now, those of you in the rank and file of the NDC may not like what I'm saying, because you guys are busy. Some of you, not all of you, are busy pushing for conventional campaign, because you're hoping that maybe they will give you the contract to do the stage and you make your money from there. They'll give you contract to provide sounds and public address. You make your money from there. They'll give you the contract to decorate the stage. You make your money from there. To be in charge of logistics. You make your money from there. Okay, maybe they'll give you the contract to print t-shirts and face cap. Of course, printers, they claim they always cash out during this bill. Maybe you make your money. So you may not like what I'm saying, and I am not saying cancel conventional campaign. That's not my point. So don't feel threatened. I see what you guys are doing. People are jumping over each other, trying to pull each other down, just so that they can secure juicy positions for themselves in this campaign, so that when the time for the contract come, they can benefit. Please, 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 I want to beg you, look beyond that. Look beyond that. I know you can make money from those, but think about it. If Peter Obi wins, and we have a Nigeria that is working for all. Right now, Nigeria is working for 1 million people. 1 million people is working very well for them. Those 1 million people, I have no grouse with them for wanting the system to remain the way it is. I have no grouse with them. But you see, the remaining 240 million people, come on, let's get our acts together. Let's look beyond what we can get from setting up campaign stage and being in charge of logistics. Let's look beyond that. And tell Peter Obi to engage. If he's going to do conventional campaign, let him do conventional campaign. But he must layer on top of that a structural campaign. It must be ongoing. You know, in Christ Embassy, they say, keep saying it, don't stop talking it. Keep saying it, don't stop talking it. I'm going to keep saying these things. Till you, Peter Obi, hears me. Or at least begins to implement the things that I'm saying. If I don't see signs that they are being implemented, I'm going to keep shouting. Don't think I'm going to be one of those supporters who will just come and be saying, hey, you see, Peter Obi, yeah, Peter Obi, see, there is only one thing that I want from you, right? That Nigeria needs from you, your character. The ability to reduce cost of governance and to kick out corruption. Because if you are able to reduce cost of governance, you will put measures in place that will kick out corruption. And I know that corruption is the problem of Nigeria. The reason why there's insecurity is because of corruption. The reason why there is poor roads infrastructure is corruption. Why some people choose to make the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Railway a highway to nowhere, with money that is more than enough to fix all the roads in Nigeria. It is corruption. Award the contract without public bidding process, disregarding and disobeying Nigeria's procurement laws. No environmental impact assessment. The reason why they will do that, while the road from Abuja to Lokoja will be awarded many times over, and it's never done. And then if you complain, they will just move bulldozer to side, spoil the road and tell you that it's work in progress. The reason why all of those things happen is because of corruption. Why monies will be allocated for UBEB, for Senior Education Board, and the money never gets to the schools, even though those monies are small, but even the small money, they reach. Corruption. The same reason why our primary healthcare centers are a death trap. Corruption. So, Peter Obi, this is why people like us are doing what we're doing. Because you have shown, out of everybody, you're not the only person who can fix Nigeria. Personally, in my opinion, Prince Adebayo talks a good game, right? Even Showore talks a good game. But you see, on the list, based on the fact that you've been governor, you have shown character. That's why we are doing what we are doing, spending our time, energy, and money to give you this kind of advice that we're giving you. Because we have studied the system. You cannot beat Tinubu with conventional. You have the popularity to win. Yes, but you don't have the structure and the messaging to defend that message at the polling unit, that victory at the polling unit. And we don't want to cry over spilt milk. So those around you may be pushing for conventional campaign. By all means, choice is yours. Either to go their way, ignore what I'm saying, or probably combine them. You need a structural campaign. And I am not seeing anybody telling you about structural campaign. And they won't, probably, because I've seen how they are jostling for positions around you. They won't. They want the positions, they want the contracts for the campaign. They want to provide the refreshment. People are setting themselves into position to get the contract to provide refreshment. People are putting themselves in position to be in charge of fundraising. People are coming up with all manner of support group so that they can use it to raise funds and say, support me, we are supporting Peter Obi. And then they get the money, they sit on it, they do nothing. And then Peter Obi doesn't win. They come and say, hey, he was rigged out, he was rigged out. We can stop the rigging. Let us stop it. Instead of being myopic and short-sighted, thinking about what we can get from a campaign. When we can win, we can stop. Tinubu is not so... You make it look like Tinubu is so intelligent, so smart. No! Don't want to get emotional today. But sorry, I'll keep saying these things. Show this message to be. He needs a structural campaign, not a conventional one. And I'm not seeing signs that he's doing a structural campaign, right? Structural campaign is cheaper for him, it's faster for him, it's more efficient. And I want to believe, I have given details about this structural campaign in other videos. In fact, I'm beginning to sound like a broken record. But please, share this video with him. Tell him. Doesn't have to contact me. But if the people around him cannot give him the blueprint for a structural campaign that is fast, cheap, and efficient, you can contact me. Tinubu don't to spoil this country. Don't to spoil them. I am ashamed that, a court in America will give a ruling, or the FBI will apply to a court in America to give a ruling that they should not be asked to reveal information about my president. Because if they do, it will expose their methods. Methods of what? Methods of manipulating leaders of other countries to betray their country in your own American interest. The fact that we're even talking about it, is it not a shame? Slap on the face of the rest of us. And then we have an opportunity to do something. Rather than focus on the end goal, we are being short-sighted by what we think we can get from campaigns. We saw this play out in 2023. I will not watch it play out in 2027. I won't. So don't expect me to just sit back and be clapping and say everything is all well and good when it is not. I won't. Please share the message with him. I'll appreciate it if you do. I'll see you in the next video.